Welcome back to another video, fam. UFC 328 just passed, and that card was a banger, boy. I'm a little late on the reaction, I can't lie to you, but we here. We are most certainly here. I gotta say, bro, from top to bottom, banger of a card. And I called this. I called this for sure. I know y'all don't know about it because your boy, I asked for this shit, but we'll try to get more consistent. Don't worry about it. Anyways, let's get straight to it. Started from the bottom and kind of breeze through the prelims, and then kind of break down the actual main card. So, right here, I'm gonna skip the fights I don't really care about, right? So let's go straight to Bossinger Sasakayev. He's a phenom. He's a phenom. Next one up at middleweight. I see him. Yeah, he's nice. He's nice. Nasty submission. He's nasty on the feet too, but the fact that he got the sub, nasty. I actually didn't watch that fight. I only saw highlights. Don't judge me. I get it. Whatever. Relax. This next one we got Pat Sabatini versus William Gomes. I watched that fight entirety. I'm not allowed. I was going for Gomes. I thought maybe he's gonna be able to stuff the takedown. I know Pat is nice. I know he's a vet. I get it. But I just thought Gomes was young, hungry, be able to really negate the takedown and just dominate on the feet. He had the height and reach advantage, but Pat, he proved me wrong, man. He's nasty. Even at 35, he's nasty. With the ground game, just controlling the whole fight. That's a problem for Gomes. Gomes got to work on that. If he wants to be top 15, like he has to work on that. Next, we got Kopylov versus Tulio. I knew Kopylov was going to win. I knew there was a possibility that Tulio could get the knockout, right? So this is one of those ones where I was like, somebody's getting put out. I was wrong. They went a full 3, which is a banger fight. They was going back and forth, clipping each other. But then Kopylov got into this flow state. And he just started landing, kept dropping Marco. It was a problem, man. And I'm a Kopylov fan, but he just lost. Like, he had like a string of fights losing. I think his last fight was KO loss to Costa. Yeah, man, that was a nice scrap. Kopylov fought through real adversity. Tulio, he'll bounce back. That was a great fight. Kopylov, I'm looking for you to really pull like a little fight, win streak together. Next, we had our boy Jim Miller. I actually counted him out, which is kind of fucked up. But, it is what it is. I thought, Jared Gordon was going to get a nice win. But Jim Miller shows he defies age. He defies that stigma of, oh, I'm what, the oldest fighter in the fucking UFC? That whole stigma after 35, you kind of washed up. Nah, man. He caught that choke real fast. Jared Golden put himself in a terrible position. And Jim Miller does what he does. He took advantage, subbed him. Easy money for Jim Miller. That's why he got that performance of the night. Look at that. Performance of the night for the reason. It was nasty. Nasty. This next fight, Grant Dawson, all-round fighter, more of a ground guy. Everybody knows he's going to be taking you down to the ground, right? I knew Grant Dawson was going to win, but I thought, it was tough. So I knew it was going to happen. Rambeski, it's weird that he pronounces his name Rambeski. Well, I guess his family, but Rambeski. That just says Rebecca, bro. Rambeski is how they pronounce it, but all right. Rambeski was getting him on the feet, man. He was hurting Grant Dawson. But once Grant Dawson got it to the ground, it was over. Good win for Grant Dawson. We'll see what he gets next. This Joel Alvarez fight, I was really hoping for our boy Joel, man. I really thought he was gonna pull it through, but Yaroslav Amosov. Man's nasty. Man is nasty. Smooth with transitions. Like he's a problem. He's a problem for the welterweight division. He's a little shorter than Joel Alvarez, but he was moving with killer intent that whole fight. This is another one of those fights that I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw a couple highlights. I saw the finish. The submission was nasty. I saw he was kind of flowing to different positions. He was nasty. That's a guy to look out for. Uh, Next one, I didn't watch this fight either, but all I needed was really just one clip. It was kind of lackluster right up until the finish. That right hand, once he landed, he literally folded. He like folded like a lawn chair. That was Ateba's scary, bro. He's the middleweight Ngannou. That man is scary. Ateba Gutierrez. Nasty. Nasty. But the thing about this fight, with the bit of the fight that I saw, it looks like Ateba, if someone's good enough with the skills on the feet, they can not only outpoint him, but land. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens with that. Ateba's nasty. He's a scary fighter. I don't think anybody really wants to be in front of him. But if you put someone like, I don't know, man, like at the middleweight division, someone like who we got? It needs to be a nasty, slick striker that can mix it up with everything, not just hands. Mix it up with everything. And I think Ateba could get put out, man. We'll see how he does against like top 15, like real contenders. Because this one was looking a little shaky right up until that right hand that landed. And it was kind of just like, that's the scary part about this motherfucker, bro. He just threw it and it landed a little bit. Like, it looked like he wasn't trying to kill him. He just threw it and boom, and he folded. Folded like a lawn chair. Okay, now we at the main card. This fight card was fucking phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal. We got King Green versus Jeremy Stevens. Our boy Bobby Green. Oh man, I know his name is King, but I know you as Bobby Green or whatever. I can say this was the most dominant performance I've ever seen from King Green, from Bobby Green. Nasty. Typical Bobby Green fight. He starts with the hands down, elusive head movement, and just landed almost every punch he threw. Jeremy Stevens had no answer. King Green was able to time a double leg. Timed the double leg, got him to the ground, and showed him that he's not just that's the thing. He knew where he can take advantage of Jeremy Stevens. Stevens hasn't been in an MMA fight in a while. He's bare knuckle guy. Don't get me wrong, Jeremy Stevens is nasty, but when it's all around MMA, he hasn't been there in a while. And then you get thrown against King Green for your first fight back. I think he might have retired. Yeah, that was a bad matchup. Got him to the ground. Nasty double leg. Got Jeremy Stevens to the ground. Took his back and rear naked choke, man. Choked him out. That was a nasty win. Surprised he didn't get that performance of the night. That's kind of fucked up. This next one, I had Joaquin winning. I know Sean Brady's nasty. Ground game nasty. Wrestling is nice. It's crazy because you would have thought that he would have been all-American wrestler. Nah, like he didn't even really wrestle in high school. Like he got into MMA and trained wrestling for MMA. And he's that nasty. Like he just controlled Buckley on the ground. Almost finished him a couple times with the ground and pound, yo. And that's the thing, Joaquin, you got to work on that wrestling. He just got dominated by Kamaru, and then now you get dominated by Sean Brady. There's a hole. You want to be a contender at 170? You better get that wrestling up. A lot more wrestlers at 170. This next fight was beautiful. I called this to the T. Alexander Volkov was gonna dominate from distance, and Costa was gonna be quick on his feet. And that right hand is a piston. He used to pitch, Dominican pitcher, yo. Volkov was just clean with the distance management, kicking his leg out of under him. Nasty jab in this fight. Costa had a nasty jab too, to be honest. Jab was like his main weapon that was landing. And then out of nowhere, he would like I think he caught him maybe twice or three times with a clean right hand. Volkov was, little wobbly, but he stayed in there, kept dominating from distance. Um, Alexander Volkov is looking like he might be fighting for the title soon, and he's a problem to stand in front of. It's not like you can really get him to the ground easy. That's a fact. He's a strong motherfucker, yo, and then he's a kickboxing master. He almost got Acosta out there with a jab. He jabbed him perfectly. As Acosta was like trying to bring his hand back, he got jabbed. Boom. Bro, you saw the snot come out of his nose. Yeah. Volkov is nasty. But Costa, he gonna bounce back, man. That motherfucker's nice. He's quick for the heavyweight division. We'll see. This next fight of the night for sure. Look at that. It even says it. It even says it right there. Let me go. It even says it right there. One of the best fights I've seen this year, 1,000%. It might even be the best fight. Tatsuro Taira, gotta give you props, my boy. You got heart of a lion. He was getting pieced up on the feet, and he stayed in the fight. I don't get it. Like, in that second round, he was out of there. That's the part I don't understand. He was out of there. Joshua Van, he landed a crispy right hand. The way Tyra hit the floor and fucking, I was like, oh yeah, he's done. And then I don't even know how the fuck he pulled that off. He just scooted, got out of there, got back to his feet, and then from there it was over. Joshua Van, man, his boxing, look, might be recency bias. Joshua Van has the best boxing in the UFC. I know, Ilya Taporia, I know. But what Joshua Van did in that fight, he dismantled Tyra on the feet. And that's the thing. He mixed it up. This is one thing that's underrated about fighters, right? Being able to listen to your coach. You hear instruction. A lot of fighters, they in one ear, out the other. They're just going off of instinct. And, bro, sometimes you got to listen to your coach, especially if you got a good one. Don't get me wrong. There's been fighters who listen to their coach and get knocked out, submitted, whatever, right? I mean, look at Chris Duncan versus Renato, and he got choked out immediately after trying to listen to his coach. But when you have a good coach, which Joshua Van does, he was piecing him up the whole time. Nasty jab. He was mixing it up to the body, but he just mainly was head hunting, calf kick, and he was just picking them apart. At the end of the fourth round, he goes to the corner. His coach tells him, rip to the body, and it's going to open up his head for a finish. Rip to the body. He does not like it. You're going to get the finish if you rip to the body. Immediately, Joshua Van goes into the fifth round. Okay, new game plan. Let me set up my body punches. He just jab, right hand roll, that right uppercut to the rib. Oh yeah, immediately clinched, immediately like dropped his elbows down. He throws another left to the body, right hook, boom, boom, finishes him. That was nasty. Jab, boom, right to the ribs. Nasty. I'm a real Josh Van fan now. I'm not gonna lie. Off of that fight, he's my favorite fight in the UFC. That motherfucking nice. Boxing is clean. I don't care what nobody say. He has the best boxing in the UFC. Yeah, man. We'll see how he does against Pantoja, though. Pantoja, I'm a believer. That's the thing. Pantoja, his stand-up is kind of wild, but it's effective. It's very effective. And then, of course, that's only to set up getting you to the ground. And even though Tatsuro Taira is a phenom on the ground, which should not be underestimated, he beat so many good people in the UFC so far. That was a fantastic win for Van. But Pantoja is a different beast. Different beast. He was a champion for a reason. Long champion too, bro. And I don't know. I don't know how he'll do. I don't know how Josh Van will do against Pantoja. Yeah, man, that pressure that Pantoja puts on you too. The thing is, if you try to get close with Van, he's gonna pick you apart with the boxing. So, and his ground like defense, it held up. It held up against Tyra. Everybody thought, oh, he's on the ground. The first round was all Tyra. Tyra had him on the ground. It looked like he was threatening submissions. It looked bad. It looked bad for a second for Van. But he defended. He defended, got the fight back up to the feet, dominated the second round. The third round was crazy because Tyra was getting hurt, got him to the ground. Got Van to the ground. Tyra's a dog, man. Third round or fourth round, whichever one. But Joshua Van, Tatsuro Taira, props to you. But Joshua Van, you my favorite fighter right now. You my favorite fighter, my boy. Man, Myanmar champion. Hell yeah. Represent for your peoples, yo. Bro, Josh Van. This next fight was also amazing. Quick context. Leading up to this fight, trash talk was crazy. Crazy. They was talking crazy to each other. They were saying the most outlandish shit. And then come to find out, the Tuesday before the fight, Sean Strickland threw out his shoulder. Completely separated his shoulder from his socket. Still fights. Goes complete 5 rounds with Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat looked like he was going to ragdoll Sean Strickland. The first round, does what a typical Khamzat fight does. Gets him to the ground, dominating, threatening submissions. But the whole time, Sean is staying calm, fighting the hands, immediately looking for the hands. And that saved him because Sean Strickland, people forget, he's nice on the ground. He has the best takedown defense. One of the best, if not the best. And it showed. That second round, Khamzat shot for takedown, got stuffed, and went to his back. He gave him his back. That's the first time I ever seen Khamzat give someone his back. Crazy work. And then from there on, it was a slobber knocker. I don't even know when that phrase was used last, but it was a slobber knocker. They just kept throwing on the feet. Khamzat was like, fuck the wrestling. I can't take you down right now. I'm gonna get tired. I'm gonna just box with you. That's what they did. And when you try to box with Sean Strickland, that's his game. That's his fight. He's gonna jab you 1,000 times, which he did. If you look at Khamzat's face after the fight, it was knots, fucking all types of redness, and that's all from jabs. I think Strickland maybe threw like 5 right hands, and that's that shoulder. I'm pretty sure that shoulder was really causing him an issue. But he won off of jabs. And it was pretty much Khamzat, his stand-up was looking decent too, bro, because he had a nasty jab too, but he just couldn't keep up with the pace. Like he was staying there, but volume means a lot, and Sean Strickland had the volume. It was tied up. Surprisingly, it was tied up going into the 5th, and the 5th round mattered, and Sean took it. He edged out the 5th round, 48-47. Beautiful fight. I had Sean Strickland winning at the end of that. Some people are mad about the decision, but I thought it was the right decision. That was a good fight. I thought Sean Strickland had a chance, but I thought Khamzat was going to win. I thought he was going to eventually get him to the ground and submit him, but he proved me wrong, man. He proved me wrong. I was right that Sean Strickland was going to be in there. He's a better matchup than anybody that Khamzat fought. That's just his wheelhouse. That's what he does. Sean Strickland's able to stuff a takedown and make you fight his fight, and that's exactly what happened. Beautiful fight. Beautiful fight. This card all around, man, was fucking sick. Um, I can say Joshua Van, nasty. That was performance of the night. The finish was nasty. The right hand in the second round was nasty. Man, Joshua Van, you are my favorite fighter right now. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know how you feel about Josh Van, Sean Strickland win, or any of the other fights on the card. This card was a banger. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But until next time, peace.